Hello everybody and welcome back to our safari summer camp. In this video we're going to be making our canvas. We have a little lemur guy on it. He's super cute. So what you'll need is a paint palette, some water and some brushes, and your pre-drawn canvas. So let's get started. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my light green here. I'm going to paint that all over the background. So I'm going to grab my big brush here, paint it all over the background. Now, when we gave you this summer camp, we pre-drew on the lemur for you. But this is just a guide. So if you want part of your lemur to be bigger than the other, or you want to do something else, or you don't want to do these little tree things or anything, that's completely up to you. It is your canvas. But this is just a guide for you. So if you want to paint it in differently, you definitely can. But I'm just going to be painting in the background here. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to paint over these leaves here, because it's easier when I paint the background. And then also, when I do the leaves, I can kind of make them into whatever I want. And also you can kind of see the pencil underneath the light green anyway. I'm just going to go ahead and paint in the entire background here. I'm just avoiding the lemur outline and the tree outline. So I'm just going to paint the whole background, and I don't want to bore you to death with me just painting in the background. So I'm just going to finish doing this and then I will be right back. Alright, so I finished painting the background that light green color. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take my brown and I am going to paint this tree here. I'm also going to paint the little nut in the middle of his hands. I'm going to paint both of those brown really quickly here. And like I said, this is just a guide, so don't be too worried if it doesn't look exactly like ours. This is your art and your canvas. So we're just going to paint the tree all brown. And what you can do is you can go nice and slow on the details. I know I'm going pretty quick, but that's because I've had a lot of practice. But you can go nice and slow as you want in order to get your details just right. So if you go like nice and slow next to this green, you'll make a nice sharp line. And I'm going to do little branches coming out of the tree. That. Like that. Perfect. Now I'm going to do a second coat of brown on here just because you can kind of see those brush strokes. So I'll make sure it's a nice solid brown. So I'm just doing a second coat on my tree. Perfect. Alright, so now that we're done with the tree, we're going to get started on the lemur. So we're going to be painting a lot of him that taupe color. So we have that taupe color, or that gray, if you will, right there. Take my paintbrush. And we're going to paint a little belly gray right here. Painting the belly gray. We're going to be painting the face gray around the circles and around the nose area. And we're going to be painting all of the ears the taupe color. And then we're going to be painting every other line that taupe color. Oops. I marked that one, but this one's gonna be black. So we're gonna be painting all of that. I'm just gonna go ahead and spare you the boringness of me painting it. But I marked everywhere we're gonna paint, and then if you want, I'm gonna be right back with just the gray color painted so you can see exactly where I painted the gray color. So you can pause the video right when I get back, but I'll be right back. All right, so I painted all of the gray, so I'm just gonna sit here and let you guys pause if you need to. But our next step is to take our black paint and do our details, and don't worry too much about what the gray looks like because we can go over it with black. So I'm gonna take my brush, dip it in black. We're gonna do like back, black. Like I said, go slow, and that's how you can get those details, if you go nice and slow. And keep your brush on the canvas. If you go like this, then you can mess up a lot easier than if you just keep your brush on your canvas. Just like that. Painting his back black. Perfect. We're also going to paint little arms black. Now this hand, you want the black to go over the little nut, like that. And on this hand, you want the nut to go over his hand. So that way it looks like he's holding it with both hands. Just like that. And now we're gonna paint the little V up here in the black color. Part of his fur design. Just like that. And then we're gonna paint in the other stripes that we didn't paint gray. We're gonna paint those black. And don't worry too much about how this looks because we're gonna go in with black and we're gonna outline the tail as well. So if it doesn't look perfect, that's okay. And you can paint your lemur however you'd like. If you would like it, well, if you want their head a little bit bigger or smaller than what we drew for you, you can do that. If you want the tail to go in a different direction, then you can do that. It's up to you. We're just gonna finish painting in this tail with the black. Almost done. Almost done. And then we're gonna move on to the face and finish the details on the face. Perfect. Now for the eyes, I'm gonna make a big circle around the eyes in the black, like that. And if you want, you can do, I might do another coat of the black just to make sure around the eyes are nice and black. Just like that. And then we're gonna go in, do the little mouth. Just like that. Now, I'm going to take my little detail brush that I have here. If you don't have one, that's okay. You just got to be a little more careful with your bigger brush. And we're going to outline all the parts on our lemur. So I'm going to start with over here. I'm going to outline a little body. And this helps kind of tie it all together, and it helps all those edges become nice and smooth. Outline that, and then I'm going to work on the eyes. I'm just going to do a little circle on the inside of the eyes. Just like that. But then I'm going to go through and I'm going to outline his ears. Like that. Outline his ears. And then his head. It'd be easier to outline too if you let your canvas dry before you outline. But just for showing you, I didn't let mine dry. So it'd be easier if you're having trouble to just let it dry and then come back to it later. But for the head, we're not gonna outline the ears all the way. We're just gonna do a little line like that, a little line like that for his ears. So we're not doing the whole, we're not connecting those lines with the ears. And then we're gonna do a line like this to make his ears look 3D. Just like that. Perfect. Now we're gonna outline the tail. Like I said, it'd be easier if it's dried to outline. Just like that. All the way up the tail. And he looks a little different because he's wet, where my other lemur is dry. That's why he looks a little different. So yours is going to look a little different once yours dries too. Just like that. And now I'm going to take our darker green. And we're going to draw those little leaves I was talking about earlier, now that my background is almost dry. I'm drawing those little leaves. Just like that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to outline the tree, and I'm going to outline the leaves. I'm going to do a second coat of the black around the eyes and fix up the eyes a little bit, and I'll be right back. Alright, so I outlined the tree and the leaves, then I filled in the eyes a little bit more so it looks a little better. But we are all finished. What you can do is let this dry overnight before you want to hang it up or display it anywhere, just so that you make sure that it's completely dry before you put it anywhere. With that being said, you can check out our other videos for our safari summer camp. We are doing a plate, mug, and bowl set. We're going to be doing a craft. We're going to be doing some clay, super fun stuff. So check out our other videos, but until the next one, bye!